this video, I'll be demonstrating how you can look through some suggested candidates for a requirement from a requirement record. So firstly, make sure you're on the requirement record you'd like to look for candidates for, and then there's an option along the top that says suggested candidates. Once you select this, a list of candidates that have matched the job's description or the job advert text will appear. How you can decide which one you'd prefer for the list to form based on is by going to the admin section and going to global settings. Once you've done this, if you go down to where it says requirement and then look for the option that says the notes section to scan for the job description. If it's set to job description, it will basically form the list of candidates based on the job description, and if you select job advert text, it will base the candidate list off that. So we'll leave it for job description for now and we'll head back. So if we go back to the requirement and select suggested candidates, a list of relevant candidates will appear, and you can select here how many miles away you'd like them from the requirement. Say for example you'd like them as close as possible, or you don't mind them being a little bit further away, you can select the different miles here. However, if for example every search you do you'd prefer for it to be the same amount of miles, you can also set this in the admin section within the global settings by going down to the option where it says the default distance when running a suggested candidate's workflow. So at the moment it sets 10 miles, but you can change the default to any of the options here. So let's head back. So some of the options you have is you can select all of the candidates, or you can select individually the candidates. And then if you select the summary view, it will basically give you a brief summary of that candidate's details. And if you select multiple candidates, you can press the arrow and it will take you through to the next one. And if you press the arrow back, it will take you back to the previous one. Another option you have is the advanced search. If you select this, a blue bar will appear with a drop-down menu of a few options you have to make the search more advanced. So for example, skills only will look for candidates either with all of the skills within this job requirement if you select the match all skills, or it will look for candidates with any of the skills in this requirement. And if you select that and press OK, it will take you through to the search section, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. And the other option is you could do a more advanced search. So for example, if it needs to be a specific distance, you can type that in here. Say for example it's 3 miles away, and then you can either select miles or kilometers. And again you'd press OK and it will take you through to the search section within Colleague. Or say for example you'd like to do a text search, what this would do is you type in the Boolean language in here that you'd like to do the advanced search with, and it will search for this information either on the CV attached to the candidate record, or it will be the default document. If you select the best option for you here and press OK, and again it will take you through to the search option. But say for example you'd like to do all of the above, you'd select the final option and you'd pipe in again any Boolean language to help you filter the search via their documents, any or all the skills. So for example if you want all the skills, and then the distance, so let's say 10 miles. And then once you're happy you can press OK, and you'll notice it has popped in the Boolean language here, and it has also done a radius search for you here, and it's also searched for those skills as well. And then once you're happy, if you press show results, if there are any candidates, it will basically appear here and it will give you more of an advanced search. However, let's head back to the requirement. Another option you have is to be able to view their documents. So if you select this, it will display the default document of that candidate record. You can do it as a view text as well. So this will give it you in text form and highlight the relevant information. And as well at the top it will give you a link to the record that this document belongs to, and you can go through to the next one by selecting previous or next here as well. And the final option you have, you're able to long list the candidates from here as well by selecting the candidates you'd like, press long list, and a blue bar will appear, just making sure that that's definitely what you'd like to do. If it is, you select OK. And then basically if they've worked for the company before, it will give you another blue bar just to let you know that they have. If you're happy to go ahead, you select yes, and if not, you select no, but in this case we'll select yes. And then you've noticed there's another blue bar just to let you know that the candidates have successfully been longlisted against this requirement, and then you just press OK. I hope this helps.